Okay, hello, good morning, traders. Let me see. Okay, so we have quite some number of people in the house already. And this is the voice of Olusegun on behalf of Rally Trade Rally Academy. I want to welcome you to today's class. It's the, how do I call it now? It's the in-between class, kind of like, holidays left and right. Behind, you see holidays on the 25th and, of course, on the 26th, meaning that the market was not open those 2 days. Especially on 25th. And of course, today market will be open, Monday market will be open, and of course, Tuesday market will be open. Just that Wednesday again, there'll be no market. Remember, I think I mentioned that on Monday when I was there. So, which means that Thursday again, market will resume fully for 2025. And of course, Friday market will resume. So, hopefully by Monday, that's the 6th of January, everything should have settled in. That means traders around the world should have, resumed back to their work. All right. Of course, academy also across Nigeria, we resume training on the 6th of January, which means that if you have been willing to come around, for one-on-one, for major training, for questions, to meet people, whichever location you are, you can come around on the 6th of January, and of course, somebody will attend to you. On that note, I want to welcome you all once again. And of course, because it's money market review, I will be logging into my account. And of course, rather sharing my account with you since I already logged in. And of course, we'll be looking at possible direction of prices today. And of course, you can take your trade anytime you want. Okay? You can take your trade anytime you want. All right. So let's get started. Just give me a moment. Let me log on to an account I want to show you this morning. Okay. I think I should just use MT4. Should just use MT4 this morning. And for the MT4, uh, just give me a moment. Let me just see if MT4 will be okay for us to use. All right, so right here, I have kind of like my screen. I think the last time I took a trade was Monday and I didn't even check it. The trade must have gone into profit and back into a loss. So let me just check to ensure that people are not allowed to kind of speak. But of course, if you want to say something, you can type it in the message, drop for me. And of course, if I can't attend to it, my co-host will attend to it. And of course, any questions you can just ask, right away. And of course, at the end of this class, also, since I like it, I like to enable my channel for somebody to talk to me, even if it is one or two people. So let me see who dropped message already. Jonathan, of course. Jonathan, you're welcome. So let me just see those people that are in the house already, since we are just 5 minutes into the hour. And right now I have Adetunji, just to mention a few. Adiza, Afosus. I think Afosus log on with two devices, maybe a phone and a laptop, possibly. And of course, Anna Yochukwu, all right, Awujobi, Ekpemsi, Kichuku, Jonathan, Kayode, Matthew, Soji, Suleiman, Tonka, right? Yinka, Yusuf, Rashidat, Akpan must be from either Akwa Ibom or Calabar, right? Oyesina, and of course, Peter. So you guys are welcome. You're welcome. So I'm going to go to the one I feel it's very important this morning. I'm going to just go, let me just close all these pages very fast. Then I'm going to go to the one I feel is important for you to take. That will be Euro USD today. Euro USD, I think is going to be one of those, movers in the market today, right? Based on the structure we've been looking at since Monday, I told you already on Monday that this area is going to serve as a major support. And of course, that we are waiting for this area to kind of like be breached. And then we can consider it as, Euro USD moving to parity. But if this area holds, because it's still holding for the past kind of like 1 month, it's been holding still. So because this is 21st of November, this area, I mean, let me just circle the area so that you can see it. Let me just kind of like, maybe I can just put a stop sign around here. So this area where I put a stop sign, that's this area where I'm dragging this kind of like X, is kind of holding for that. And of course, if you look to the right side also, it's kind of holding. So, which means that this area could serve as a major support. And of course, it's up to 1 month because this is 21st of November and this is already 27th of December, which means that the area is holding still. That means price is not breaching it. All right. So between then and now, price has done quite some number of moves, but it's not been able to move up because the pressure to the downside was quite much. So if you look at H4, you see that the pressure to the downside was quite much since on the September. That's when the price started falling. Okay, you can see that the price has fell to this level. That's between September and now. Now, we'll be looking at, because the pressure is much, okay, to the downside, we expect the bulls to begin to, when the pressure is much to the downside, the bulls, just like when you say he who is down, excuse me, permit my voice, it's just like when you say he who is down fears no fall. Okay, so the downside of Euro USD is kind of holding. And of course, anytime price falls like that, bulls are ready to take over. So this um, kind of like wait. I call it wait because the bulls are not really ready to push anything, uh, possibly because of the pressure from the bears. But if the pressure is so much, of course, like I said earlier, this level will be breached. And if the level is breached, then we go to parity. And if we get to parity, of course, we expect the bulls to also, look for a way to come back in. But for now, let's look at, since the bulls can actually take over from here, let's not look at what we can do to place a buy. Okay, like I said, my bias is to buy because the price is down. So I'm not really interested in selling. But let's look at some indicators that can tell us whether to buy or sell. Let's look at this one first of all. The pressure for this one is still much, which means that this one is not telling us to buy. It's actually telling us that the price can still continue to go down. That's the one we are seeing now, this particular indicator. But of course, we missed it. I think around the 12th December, we should have sold. That's when the signal came up for a sell. That's around here. All right. And of course, what we need to do now is to just wait for the price to possibly for this line, this red line, to cross above the black, and then we can buy, or it cross above the black and of course it cross below again, then we can sell. Okay, this is more like a third wave because the first wave, I don't trade even the second wave of this particular breakout. This is the first wave. Okay, around this area you have the first wave. Let me even make it look smart. This is the first wave. Then we had the second wave around here. Around here, we had the second wave. And then third wave is actually around here. And then the third wave, that's when the price returned to the moving average. And that's around here. So that's like more like a fourth wave. But I only trade the first wave. So which means that I will not place a sell now. I'll just hold still. So I'll be waiting for this moving average to cross above the black on this 1 hour. Oh, sorry, this is 4 hours. But let's look at 1 hour. Okay, so on 1 hour, it already crossed above the black. Now, which means that we can buy when the price crosses. Oh, it already crossed also. When the price crosses around here, right? So this signifies a buy around this level. That's on the 1 hour. Since I like trading 1 hour chart, this would have been a buy zone. So if you ask me, I would say that you should go with the buyers now on the 1 hour chart. Okay, until proving otherwise, until this line, this red line cross below the red, sorry, the red cross below the black, then we can consider selling. So if you ask me, I'll go with the buy for Euro USD. If you are interested, you can, trade with the bulls today. And if you want to wait, you can wait for the price to cross above this level to give you kind of like a kind of like an assurance that the price will continue to push to the upside. Okay. If you don't want to be in a haste to enter a buy, you can wait until the price cross above this level, then you can buy. Or if you don't want to do that one, you can wait for the price to return to this black line. That's this level, then you can buy. That means you are waiting for the price to return to a major support. Since the price is currently on a minor support, all right? It's currently attempting to break a minor support. So let's wait for the price to return to this major support on the black line, then we can place a buy. Otherwise, we wait for a breakout on this top line, on this upper line, then we can kind of like place a buy. So for Euro USD, buy is imminent. Okay, if you are interested, you can trade Euro USD for that. I actually started watching it since yesterday on the 4 hours chart. Now let's go to um, the next one on the list today. That will be, just give me a second to check. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the next one on the list. Permit me to just open to Euro Pound. And of course, we can also check what's going on with this one in a moment. Okay, so I was actually looking at this Euro Pound, like what we can do to, either place a buy or sell. Looking at a single line moving average, this is not feasible uh, for us to kind of like judge, but we already have a bullish engulfing bar, like I think about 2 bars away. So this one is more like a bullish engulfing. That's the one I'm using my mouse to circle. This kind of looking like a hammer. So which means that the price could actually push to the upside on this particular one. All right. So, but we can do something. We can just zoom out and look at what is happening. This is zoom out, and we can look at the 4 hours chart, still telling us that the price has potential to push to the upside. So we can now use breakout on this particular 4 hours to check what the price is doing, which means that this particular one give us kind of like a glimpse that the price could actually go up. So and now we look at the 1 hour, still telling us that we have a bullish engulfing bar around this minor support, which means that we can still buy this one. So I'm going to go with buyers with this one also on the Euro Pound. And of course, if you're interested, you can also trade it. If you like it, you can trade it. And now, if I'm going to use stop loss for this one, I'll use it around this area. For my stop loss, it to just be below this zone. All right. And that's below the black line for my stop loss. And my take profit can be anything above this particular level for Euro Pound. Okay, anything above this particular level will be good for take profit. All right, that's on the instant execution for Euro Pound. Now, for the Euro USD, like I said, I'm just waiting for the price to either return to the support or break above the resistance. Then I can place a buy. And of course, if you're interested, you can just look at this area of 1.04, and that's 1.04 or maybe 02 or 01 or 03. And of course, you can use buy limit around those zones. And I think that when the price returns to those zones, it should be able to gather strength and move forward. I'm going to look at the comment section. Somebody dropped a message. Okay. So the person said I should look at gold. That would be Arubi. And of course, I'm going to look at gold. I've been looking at gold for quite some days now. Um, let's see what gold has to tell us. Indices, and indices. Okay, that will be precious metal. All right. So gold is currently pushing to the upside on the 1 hour chart, which means that we can actually trade a buy with it. All right. So, and of course, this already gave us a breakout on the 1 hour chart. So if we were to trade gold, we should have traded it from this zone. All right, we should have traded it from this zone. All right, so we are already kind of like some few pips behind. That's how many pips behind? Let's check from where this line is to where the current price is. We're about 80 something pips behind, which means that if you have been buying since like yesterday, it would have been in on this one. If you're interested, you can actually still trade a buy. But if you're not interested, you can just leave it. So for gold, my bias is to upside. If you are interested, you can follow the bias. And of course, don't forget to use stop loss below the black line, which means that at around $2,615, you can use stop loss another level. You can use stop loss around $2,615 for gold. And of course, you can target anything you want above. All right. Anything you want above will be good enough. So you can target anything around this area for your take profit. So my bias is to buy gold, all right? So if you're saying you can jump in and follow the bias because the price still have room to go to the upside. All right. So let's go to the next one. Let me check the comment section to see what people are saying. Somebody said GBP JPY. Another person mentioned GBP, sorry, AUD USD. Thank you for you. Wishing you a splendid 2025 in advance. Ayun Felix, I appreciate you. I hope you're enjoying your tab. Yeah, Ayun Felix won a tab in our last mega thing in Akure. I actually remember that. So I hope you're enjoying it. And of course, it's giving you some green pips. All right. So if you have not won anything in rally trade before, don't worry. You win one of these days. All right. You win. We still have a lot of goodies for traders. Now let's go to the next one, which will be according to the person GBP JPY, and of course we'll look at AUD USD also. So let me just open the two of them, GBP JPY and AUD USD, so that we can look at those two at the same time. AUD USD will be under majors. So AUD USD surprisingly has actually returned to support, unlike Euro USD. But of course, I think this one could, unlike the Euro Pound and Euro USD counterpart, could actually give us kind of, since the price is around support, we can actually place a buy on this one. So I'm going to just go to, uh, uh, I've not shown you guys a strategy that I have in mind this morning, but let me look at this one first. So this one, I'm going to go, I actually call it bar crossing. And of course, you can actually turn it to a candle if you don't understand bar. This bar trading, a lot of people don't understand how to use this one. I do, but of course, you can actually turn it to candlestick and you use it for 4 hours or daily. So this is like a tip. Okay, so all you can do is you turn it to candle. It could be any color of candle. All right. So you now zoom in and check. In the moment, so on share. Uh, Whiteboard. Can I see whiteboard around here? Just give me a moment. Ah, give me a moment. I want to see if I can share a whiteboard document, screen document, Zoom. No. Uh, wow. Okay, so let me just escape. I actually wanted to draw your attention to something. So I'm going to go to um and I want to draw something for you to see. So give me a second. Let me just see how I'm going to do that. I'm supposed to see this Zoom. I don't know. I don't understand the Zoom anymore. Eh, uh, yeah, 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 yeah. More. Let me just click on more. No, it's not there. Okay, I really can't see what I want to. I'm looking for something to use to write to you guys, but I can't see it. So I'm going to just go to my normal chart. Okay, so this is the normal chart, but I hope I'll be able to draw something here. Um, when you have a candle like so, all right, and you have kind of like a line, like candlestick, that will be like this. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Let me use this one. I'm gonna just say Bure, just be patient with me. I'm trying to draw something for you guys so that when we now begin to look at it, it will be very, very kind of easy. All right. So let me just drag this one to the upside and this one to the downside. Then this one to the side. So when you have a candle that is like this, I think I've tried. Okay, so when you have a candle that is exactly like this, all right, that's the candle you look out for on this 4 hours chart. The candle should have a shadow on top, should have a shadow below, okay, and of course you should have a body in between. So hope you guys are paying attention. I hope so. Please signify if you are paying attention because this is very important. This particular strategy I want to show you can give you money. Please, if you are paying attention to what I want to show you, just type yes. Then I will understand. Good. Somebody already typed yes, which means I can follow that person. Okay, so sorry, I'm at home today, so a lot of disturbance at home. I'm trying to just manage myself. All right, so a lot of people type yes. Now, watch out for somebody say recap. I've not even started anything. You say recap. What am I recapping? All right. So look out for this kind of candle. Okay, we call it what do we call this one now? Kind of like a spinning bar. Okay, we call it spinning bar. Okay, so sorry about that breaking transmission. Watch out for this kind of candle. We call it spinning bar. Okay, anytime you have this kind of candle and the candle rests on a moving average, like hang on it, hang on this 50 period move. This is a 50 period moving average, so I can just right click and show you that's 50 period. The period is 50. The method is simple. It has to be simple. It cannot be exponential. And of course, it's applied to close price. And of course, I paint it. I choose to use color black. You can use any color you want. You can use blue. You can use anything. You can use thickness. I use number 2 or 3 so that at least you can see it boldly. Now, just click on OK. Now, anytime you have a candle that hang on this line, okay, sorry, this candle, if you hang on a line, on this particular line, or I just change it to blue now, then you have kind of like what to do. So if the line is tending down, you trade a sell below the low of that candle. If the line is pointing up, you trade a buy above the high of that candle. So I can show you samples. See, this is a test I've done for years, like years back. When I say back test, that means I've gone to the back of chart to check. Of course, this has always been profitable most of the times, really. So I'm going to go to here now and scroll back. Now on 4 hours, I use a lot, and of course on daily, you can use it a lot. So if you look to the back, you can see one here. I can see one. I think around here it's close to what I'm looking for. This particular one. So I'm going to just point an arrow to it. Can you see that one? Looks more like it. And of course, we can go back and check. all right, to look for more, okay, on 4 hours or daily. Okay, they do magic. All right, it could be any color. All right, it could be any color. I use it color blind. I don't use color when I want to use it. That's why I always use this particular bar. I always use it like this. But you can use it the way you want, okay, because you are just, coming in. So I'm going to just go to arrow and point to this one again. It's green. Okay. I think you can see it. So train your eyes to be able to see it. Okay. It's very important to train your eyes to be able to see it. And of course, we can go back in history to check. And of course, they always give money. They always give money. All right. So you can go back and check. Let me put an arrow on this one also. I just saw now. So all you need to do is to train your eyes to be able to identify this candle. Of course, you'll be good to go. All right. So uh we can go back in history and check. We can also see one here. All right. They always give money. Most often than not, they give money. Maybe once in a while, they can give you loss. Yeah, you can hit stop loss, but most of the times you'll be making money. All right. So we can see a very classy, very good example here. A very good example here. So, but of course, it cannot be 1 hour. It has to be 4 hours. So you can do your own test to the back. You can check back in history. So, like I said, anytime you have this kind of bar, like this one I pointed to, all you need to do is to wait for the price to trade below or above the candle. It can be any color, all right? Whether red or green, it will be good enough. So for this particular example now, if I click across here, I put it directly on the candle. So once the candle form like this, all you need to do is to wait, okay? After the close of the candle, wait for another one to form and be patient enough to wait for the trade to go either below it or above it. If you go above it, you trade a buy. If you go below it, you can trade a sell. And of course, you can use your penny order, buy stop and sell stop. It depends on you. Use any pips above or below, and you'll be good to go. So for this particular example, the price actually descended more than how many pips? More than 200 pips. Okay, deep. So even if you target like 50 pips, you don't need to target much. 50 pips is good enough. You would have closed in profit, and of course, you'll be out of the market in huge profit. All right. And of course, you can use one standard volume for this kind of trade when you have it. So if we go by this one now, if you go to this same AUD USD and we adjust, it means that this particular one does not have a signal right now. That means there's no signal for AUD USD. That's if it is the only signal you are looking for. Train your eyes to see it. If you go to GBP JPY and we go to H4 and we apply this strategy also because I already save it as bar crossing. All right, so you can adjust and check. Okay, if it give you signal, you trade it. If it doesn't give you signal, you leave it and you move on. All right, so for now, there's no signal. And of course, if you go to the back of this particular one, you could see some things that look like that in the past. All right, in the past. So we see one here, this particular one, this particular candle. All right, kind of give us that. So we do kind of like arrow. Let me just put arrow up on this one. So this one give us a signal right here. So of course, the first one that gave us that signal was this doji. Okay, doji is also acting exactly like it, more like it. So we saw that, and of course, it gave us a signal. So this one would have triggered a buy maybe on this candle, and of course, even on this one, even if this one first of all trigger a sell, which is okay, all right, you can hit your stop loss above, So if this one give you a sell, this one give you a false sell, and of course, eventually give you a buy. So if you put buy stop and sell stop, the sell stop triggered, and of course, it hit stop loss, and of course, the buy stop triggered also, and of course, it give you profit. So this is the way I use it, all right? I use it a lot, all right, on the chart, especially on Euro USD. It works like magic, all right? So you can use this one, but for now, if you are looking at this particular strategy, it does not have a signal right now because the price is not back to the moving average. And of course, you can use it on anything, like I said, gold, anything, but it has to be 4 hours chart or daily chart. So if you look at this gold now and you go to this same bar crossing, you can save your own with your own name on your laptop or your phone. And of course, bar crossing give us this right now. So on this one, I don't think there's a signal on this one because the candle doesn't look like, oh, this one actually look like it though. Can you see it? So which means that this price is good enough to go up, all right? That's if you are looking at the back crossing. This one looks more like it, more like it. Even though the shadows are very small, but of course, it's still valid. So I think you can just trade a buy on gold. I already mentioned buy anyway. So if you're on buy on gold, I think you'll be good enough because the back crossing says so. Now, let's go to the next one on the list. Let me see if somebody dropped something. I already checked AUD USD and uh, JPY. There's no signal on that. But of course, we can check. Somebody is asking, does Sangu signify sell? Well, I don't really know what you're talking about, Idris. Um, but we can go to somebody also mentioned US 100. So let's go to indices and commodity group 3, and of course, look for US 100. So for the US 100 thing, I'm going to just go to back crossing straight away to check if there's a signal. All right. So on the 4 hours chart, there's no signal. But of course, if we go to the back crossing and we look at candle particularly, for those people that are interested in candle, this one gave us a signal, I think, around here. But of course, we were not there to take it. So this one already passed. But the price can still come back for this one. And of course, if we look at the daily bar, this one has not even returned to where we are looking for. So on the daily bar, there's no signal. On the 4 hours chart, there's no signal. And of course, on the 1 hour chart, right now, there is kind of like a competition because the price just returned to a support. But we cannot use it on 1 hour chart. So we go to the breakout strategy and check. So on the breakout strategy, the price has just returned to the second or the third wave. I call it waves. Okay, wave is when the price kind of like started from here, okay, kind of like traded down, traded up, and of course returned to a support, a minor support. So this is the first wave of returning to support, and of course you could have traded a buy from around this level when the breakout happened, and you would have been in profit. All right, but now we have a second wave around here, and the second wave is still kind of waving until it return to a major support. So I'm going to just kind of like pack this and bring it to the front, right? To show you what I want to show you. So right now, the price has weaved up and down, returning to a minor support. Play around it, okay, like bouncing around the minor support until right now it is around or trading around a major support in the black. So with this one, we can now look out for a candle that will support a buy. So if the current candle finish green on this 1 hour chart, watch it. If the current candle finish green on this 1 hour chart, that means if it finish bullish bar, like maybe hammer or doji, to the upside, and of course you can trade a bar. Otherwise, you wait because this is not the bar we're looking for. And of course, we are not on the 4 hour, so we cannot even trade this particular candle for a sell. So let's wait for this candle to close on US 100, then we can decide if we want to trade a buy or not. If you finish green, by all means, place a buy. You can even use big lot. It means that the price will definitely move to the upside after meeting support. Now, let me go to the comment section again to see if somebody want me to look at something. Remember, if you want me to look at anything, all you need to do is just drop it. I'll look at it. And of course, I think I've looked at everything you want me to look at this morning. So let me go to crude oil now, since nobody mentioned crude oil. Please, nobody mentioned that. So I'm going to just go to here and go to crude oil. Look for crude oil, crude oil, crude oil. It should be on indices and commodity group 1, crude oil. Now, for the crude oil, we have this, and because I'm more fundamental now, trading crude oil than technical, I've been running away from crude oil for a while. That's because a lot of things are actually happening around the world that is not really giving credence to that crude oil. So for crude oil, I have this indicator that actually, by the way, actually was working on something over the holiday. And I was able to get, although on MT5, I was able to kind of like, design an indicator that can actually show us the high and the low of kind of like a structure. But of course, like I said, it's actually on MT5, not MT4. Okay, I couldn't code it on MT4. At least not yet. Maybe I'll work on it one of these days. So the indicator can actually show us high and low. The high and low is in respect to where you can put your stop loss and take profit, not where you can enter a trade, right? For example, if I enter buy now on this trade, where should my stop loss be? It should be on the recent low. And of course, the indicator will definitely show me something around this area as my stop loss. Okay, that's where my stop loss should be. That's what the indicator will show me. So I don't really need to, or this one. So it will show me 2, 1 and 2. I would have to choose which one. So for those people that are interested in knowing where your stop loss should be, that indicator will come in handy, but it doesn't work on MT4. It only works on MT5. I was actually looking at a YouTube video of a programmer that was teaching me, not just me, he's teaching you also. So if you find it, just go to YouTube and type programming on MQL5 or programming on MQ5. You see a lot of bunch of YouTube videos that you can watch. A lot of programmers are in there that can teach you what to do and how to write it. And of course, you can use it for yourself. So all those, well, instead of buying an indicator online, you can just code one by yourself and use. Now, that said, uh, this particular one, crude oil, has not given us any reason to buy or sell on this indicator. But we can use that. We can use. I like using this breakout because it gives me an edge over any other indicator. All right. So for this one, the price is currently struggling to break above both the black and the red, line. But if it does break above it, it means that I can actually place a buy. So let's wait for this candle to close, then we can decide if we want to buy it or not. So the same thing with US 100. We're waiting for this candle to close. If it closes green, we buy. The same thing with crude oil. If this one closes green and above the lines, then we place a buy. So let's wait for this one to close. Okay. Hopefully it will close green. We only have about maybe 22 minutes to go. Of course, this one will close. If it close, then we can place a buy. So we have two potential buys already for US 100 and crude oil. Now let's go to the next one, which will be, let me just go to here and check if I can look at corn. Corn is a commodity. It's just that the only challenge with this one is that it does not, require small money. Okay, you can't trade it with 100,000 or 200,000 or 500,000, even though it gives a lot of money. All right, you can't trade it with 200,000 or whatever. So you need to fund your account to like 3 million level before you can place a trade, buy or sell on this one. All right. So that said, for those people that have up to 3 million in their account that are interested in trading corn, let's look at what you can do with back crossing. Since this one, you don't have to rush into it. You just have to look out for, a competent signal that can give you a buy or sell edge. So I'm going to just come here and check. So unfortunately, we missed this one. All right, we missed the signal. So this particular one, we missed it. All right. So, and also the price is gone. But good things come to those who can wait. So if you can wait, the price will still return to the moving average, give you a signal, and then you can trade a buy or a sell. And of course, this one can gap a lot. All right, can gap a lot, but of course, it can actually give you money. And also on D1, you can check it both on 4 hours and D1, right? So for this one, there's no signal yet. So we wait. All right. So for corn, we wait for signal. All right. There's no signal yet. We wait for it. But why don't we check maybe wheat or something? We could just be lucky, okay, and have something to work with. So for wheat, if we apply the same strategy for wheat, let's check. And here on 4 hours, let's check it. So this one, no signal, at least none. Price has not returned to the moving average. Then we can get a signal. So for now, no signal on 4 hours. What about daily? No, it doesn't come like ABC. That is, the signal doesn't come like every minute. The signal could come once in 2 weeks. But when it comes, it has come. Of course, you can make a lot of money within those 2 weeks. So why don't you open all your charts and check? Open all your charts, all the charts you can find that you're interested in trading, and check. All right. So US 30, anything, US 500, US 2000, you can check. And of course, if you give you a signal, you can just trade it by. So I'm going to go to this one. Okay, so this is the signal, this is the strategy I thought some people, I think on Tuesday, I can't remember the date, but it's this December in Raleigh Academy, Lagos. This indicator is called Vantage MACD. And of course, it signals for us to kind of like trade divergence and convergence. I'm not supposed to show you, but since you are seeing it now, I don't know why I just click on it. You can just request for this indicator if you have up to, or if you fund your account up to like maybe 1 million. okay, you can get this indicator for free. You don't need to pay for it. And what it does is actually to give us kind of like an edge when you are trading divergence and convergence. So what I'm seeing here is that the highs are going higher, but no, let's talk about the low. The lows are going higher, higher lows for the price, right? Higher lows. What about the indicator? If the indicator is doing the same thing with the price, then we are good to go. It means that the price is, we call it regular divergence. So that means, uh, unfortunately, these lows are beginning to get breached for the indicator. So which means that this price may not have the strength to go up anymore. That's what it means. So when we plot the lines for the indicator, okay, objectively like so, and we plot the lines for the price objectively like so also, we see that the indicator is already breaking free from the price. So the indicator already broke away from the line. And so the price have potential to actually drop on this one. That's what it means. So, and of course, for us to sell, if you want to really sell, you need to wait for this indicator to cross below the zero line. Okay, then you can place a sell. What I mean by a zero line is this line here, this one. That's the zero line. Call it zero line, kind of like something like this. Then you can trade a sell. So if you're trading this indicator, why not just speak to your account manager, fund your account like 1 million and get it for free? So somebody is asking, Daniel, he said, please, is it 50 or 10 you choose for the moving average? I actually use 50 and 21. That's what I use for my moving average. I don't know the indicator you're talking about, but if you're talking about the breakout indicator for the moving average, I use 50 and 21. Somebody mentioned that I should look at Eurocard. Where is Eurocard? Let's find out. So if we come here and we come to this one, we can check Eurocard. Somewhere it should be maybe around here. Eurocard. Okay, so Eurocard, what's up with Eurocard? Looks good to go down. Looks good to go down. Let's first of all look at this one. Looks good to go down. This one is not giving us a downside indicator or anything, but we can check with Bollinger Band. Let's check with this one. Well, this one is not telling me to sell. Oh. At least it's not telling, this one is not telling me to sell. Okay, the stochastic is telling me that the price can actually go up. So this is kind of like confusing, but based on candlestick structure, the price could actually still fall to this Bollinger Band low. Then we can trade the sell. So why don't you wait for the person that asks for Eurocard? If you already have a buy, stay with it. If you have a sell, wait and watch out when the price returns to around 1.4976. If the price breach below 1.4976, it means that the price can still go down. But if you gain support around 1.4976, then it means that you can actually close your sell and move on. But of course, if you are traded in buying, wait for the price to return to around 1.4976 before you trade a buy. Now, somebody also dropped a message. Please, what is the name of the last indicator when we found our indicator up to 1 million? It's actually called Vantage MACD. And of course, I can send you a link to download it. Just message me privately or WhatsApp. And of course, I will look at it. Or you just drop a message for me on my email. Or in fact, even if you can't get to me, just talk to your account manager and mention my name that I said if you found your account up to 1M, that I said I'm going to give you an indicator. Sure, the account manager will get it for you directly. Sharp, sharp. So that's the one I have here. And of course, for Eurocard. Now let me look at the other ones I want to look at this morning. Let me check the comment section if somebody drops something different. Can handset use this indicator? Colanos Odigie. Well, handset can use it. What do you mean handset? You mean phone? All the indicator I'm showing you, phone can use it. Starting from this one, the stochastic and band, to this one. Oh, okay. Handset cannot use this one. No. Handset cannot use MACD, Advantage MACD. All right. Handset cannot use it. US 100, I'm still watching. We are still watching for this one to, show a green candle. Crude oil, we are watching for this one to close green. It's already giving us an indication that it's going to close green for crude oil. So sharpen your knife and be ready to go with the buyers. And of course, let's check this one indices. Let's check with D40. Okay, so this one is kind of like dropping, and let's check with this one. Okay, so there was kind of like a gap up to upside. By the way, I think D40 has been on holiday for like 2, 3 days. The last time it traded was Monday. And of course, on Tuesday, it didn't trade. On Wednesday, it didn't trade. On Thursday, it didn't trade. And of course, today is Friday. It's trading now. So you could just, begin to look out for a sell. Okay. And on this particular one, if you're interested in trading it at all, it could just be because if you look at the 4 hours chart, we already have something close to what we're discussing, even though the shadow on top is nothing to compare to what we drew, okay, at the beginning. But of course, it's actually looking like something that can, this is what we call dark cloud cover in trading. Dark cloud cover, all right, in trading. All right. So it could just signal a sell. All right. If it's going to go down, it's going to go down massively. All right. That's for D40. So if you're interested in trading this one, look out for a sell on it. Okay, today. Now let's go to another one that we can look at very fast. Um, under let's look at under currencies and look at maybe USD CAD. All right, we can't do anything, everything indices and commodity. We could also look at currency. For this currency, I like to buy, especially on 15 minutes. I'm just going to be looking out for buy. So if this one gives me a buy signal, I can buy. All right. So that's for USD CAD. That's because USD is strong against Canadian dollar. And of course, even coupled with the fact that Trump on Christmas tweeted that, I think he take a swipe on the tax um, regime, tax, whatever they do in Canada. I think Trump is not really comfortable with it. So his tweet actually might spell doom for Canadian dollar. All right. So you might just be looking out to buy USD CAD. And of course, if you check since Christmas till now, you see that CAD has, of course, Christmas, there was no market. But of course, the day after Christmas, which was yesterday, CAD was bullish. That's because Trump actually took a swipe at the government of Tadi, or whatever they call the president of, or the is the president of Canada, or Canadian Prime Minister, right? So because of that, this Canadian dollar could just fundamentally, continue to push forward. Okay, so and of course you can see it on D1 that the price has been very, very bullish, right? Very, very bullish. That's since June, it has been very bullish, or September rather, it has been very bullish. So let's wait for this one to give us a buy signal, maybe on 15 minutes, and of course we can buy. All right, so we can use any of the indicators to do this. Maybe this one, and of course you can just continue to trade a buy on USD CAD. So my bias for USD CAD is buy. My bias for Euro USD is buy this morning. Okay, for Euro USD. Okay, so the price has actually returned to that support area, but of course, we are waiting for it to touch the black, then we can buy. Of course, if you touch it and break it below, then we sell. I think that's pretty simple enough. Then my bias for Euro pound is actually buy. If I'm trading that one, I already have a buy on it. So I already have a stop loss in place and take profit in place for that one. And reviewing gold, I said buy. I mentioned it, buy. And of course, GBP JPY, this one I said no signal. AUD no signal. US 100, we are waiting for this candle to close green, then we buy. Otherwise, we stick with the sellers. And of course, crude oil, we are waiting for this candle to close green also, then we buy. Otherwise, we stay off. For corn, there's no signal. For wheat, again, there's no signal. And for US 30, we are waiting for this particular line, this Vantage MACD to cross below the low or cross below zero line, then we sell. And for EuroCAD, I think there's no signal until we get to 1.49760, then we can trade a buy. And of course, for D30, we said sell directly if there's a signal, maybe on the moving average crossover strategy. For USD CAD, we already said the bias is for buy. So I want to thank everybody that has been part of this conversation today, and wishing you all Happy New Year's in advance. And don't forget that Monday we'll be here, all right? We'll be here to actually, do justice to this particular conversation. And somebody says he made payment to Rally Wema bank account since Monday. It has not reflected. Just right now, as you speak, send me your email. Your account manager will work on it right now. And of course, your money will be reflecting on your account before you know it. Okay, so what is the name of the last indicator? I think I already answered that one. AY said GBP AUD. I've not looked at it anyway, but of course, because you ask, I think I still have some few minutes to spare, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. I can just, because of you, go to GBP AUD. So what I have here is, let me check this list, GBP AUD. And for AY, I think this one would just be, let's start with the indicator that we call Bollinger Band. Okay, Bollinger Band. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, so we have kind of like, I think the price is kind of like ranging right now. So for this particular one, but we can also check with this one. Okay, so this price is really giving us a lot of headache right now. So I think I would rather not comment on this one because the structure is kind of funny. But if you look at the structure bar on 4 hours that we talked about today, maybe that one can give us an idea of what to do. Okay, so for this one, there's no signal, obviously. Maybe that's the reason why this thing was confusing me. So there's no signal on this one right now. So you can just stay off for GBP AUD. At least for me, signal is neutral. So it depends on you. But I think if the signal will come, it will most likely come to the sell side. That means because the price has been going up for a while, nothing lasts forever. The price could just drop. Otherwise, you stay off. So thank you very much, everybody, for this conversation today. I appreciate you all. Remember, Monday, 8 o'clock, somebody will be here, even if I'm not around. And if I'm around, I'll take the class. Of course, we'll look at what's going on. Until then, I want to wish you all a happy new year. Bye-bye.